Hi, everyone. Welcome to this next episode of Becoming Influential. It's so great to see you all. I'm so sorry for the tech little weird thing, whatever happened, that the reminders didn't go out today, but here we are. Here I am with you, and it's great to be present. So today I really felt like, just from speaking with people, that it might be just really yummy to speak about um, belief system, your current belief system around your business and your relationship with your doTERRA business. So we get a bit juicy, yeah? And I feel like what would be really yummy, as many of you can, get on screen, because I'm looking at a lot of black dots right now. Get on screen. Let me see your gorgeous faces. I don't care if you're in your Jimmy Jams. Just let me see you. And hello, hello. And let's have a bit of conversation about it rather than just a one-way conversation. Let's chat about it. Questions, your feeling on this, your take on how you feel with your business. So before we dive in, and to give you some time to mull over some questions and your relationship, if you've got a pen and paper, you can just kind of, write some things down as we go. But also, as you write, the invitation is to allow yourself to drop in with the prompts and to be really honest with yourself, because no one else has to see this. This is just you, or you may want to share it with the greater collective, because we all know the voice of one speaks for the voice of many, right? So our business and ourself are so beautifully interconnected. Would you agree? And when the pulse or the heartbeat of our business is out of kilter with our own, what do you think might happen? What do you think might happen if you're out of sync? How do you think that that would affect your way of connecting with what you feel your business needs and bringing it into being? What do you think that will do in terms of affecting your energy levels, your vibrancy levels to want to connect with your business? So my sense is that we're divinely guided in our lives. We're divinely guided. And so at some point, each of us said yes to this doTERRA business. We had an aha moment with a certain essential oil, with the person who introduced us, both maybe. Eventually, it grew into this yummy feeling of, gosh, I just want to share this with the world. Something like that, a variation on a theme of that. Would you agree? Yeah. So when we first have that feeling in us, do you notice that the business really starts to hum along? Our heart's open, we're in joy, we're in gratitude, we're loving it. People are walking towards us. We have this beautiful interrelationship and this beautiful flow with the business. After time, we can sometimes, Beck's written in the comments, the energy drops away when our heartbeats aren't kind of in sync anymore. The business, the heartbeat of the business and ours. In time, what can happen is someone might say, oh, Denise, why are you doing this business? There's only a tiny percentage that can succeed. Genevieve, you're not made for this. Come on, go back to engineering. All that study you did, it's gone to waste, Chrissy. Come on. What are you doing with your studies? Oh, Prue, you've never presented to a group in your life. How are you going to manage this? And on the days where we're feeling really good, we don't really pay attention to that, do we? We just like water off a duck's back. But on the days where we're not feeling so great, our energy's dropped, we're feeling unwell, we're a little sleep deprived, whatever it may be, we're feeling more sensitive, some of that can niggle into us. We can feel that come to us in some sort of way. We can feel that penetrate us. It doesn't just roll off. So my question to you is on the days where you're more sensitive and you hear people say these kinds of things, whatever the messaging is to you or has been for you, how do you feel in your body and how do you notice yourself responding? How do you feel in your body and how do you notice yourself responding? Because what will often happen is, so just to take Prue again as my beautiful example here. So one day Prue might be like, whatever, you know, old enough to just not even let this affect me. I'm past that stage of my life. I'm just like strong and standing in my truth of this, my conviction. I feel really connected to this. I feel on purpose. My heart's singing. And on a day where she's a little compromised, maybe she hasn't slept for a while, maybe she's just heard some news that's rocked her world, maybe she's reevaluating her life, maybe she's had some sort of battering emotionally, right? And she hears this and maybe she doesn't respond in the same way. And in fact, what happens is she reacts. And how her body might react is it goes into this shock. So your nervous system gets rattled and your sympathetic system clenches like a butt squeeze, clenches, and your body tenses with it. And you feel yourself kick into the sympathetic response or reaction of fight, flight, or freeze. And so when that happens, it becomes very difficult to stay connected with the pulse of the business because your body's so preoccupied with running away, with not being present with what it needs to be present with. You understand? So then when someone approaches you in your business and says, hey, you know, I'm really interested in learning a bit more about the oils, or I'm looking at doTERRA being a bit of a side hustle for myself, or I want to come back, I want to do this. Your response when you're in that sympathetic overload, that overdrive, that freeze maybe that you're in, or the running phase that you're in, I'm running away from this, I don't want to hear this anymore, right? Whatever it may be, that feeling that you have overtakes your capacity to respond effectively when someone reaches out, because you're still hearing the negative interplay of whatever happened back there yesterday, yesterweek, yesteryear. You're staying stuck in that cycle. So the first thing we can do to support ourselves is take a bottle of something and, what do we say? Snort, do lines of oils, right? Just take those deep breaths straight out of the bottle, straight out of the bottle. Olfaction is powerful. And first focus on the reaction your body's been having. And allow the essential oils to just treat that, to go there, to meander to those places of holding, of clenching, of tension. Because, you know, when we're tense, we stop hearing, we stop seeing, the miracles are knocking down our door, and we're missing it all. We're missing it all because our nervous system isn't being tended to. So let the essential oils start to tend to your nervous system. Blood orange, Shinrin-yoku, right? This one's an amazing one for this. And just take deep breaths. And now you begin the journey. What am I feeling? What's actually my truth in this? What am I ready to let go of? Of everything that's been said to me, can I give myself permission to become a love filter? So I only let loving words, loving intentions reach me. Sometimes people say things and they don't mean to be malevolent. They're just saying it. They think they're saying the right thing to you. It's not what you need, though. You don't need to take that on. All of that is going to prevent you from hearing, feeling, and sensing the heartbeats of your business. I just want to take a moment to read what's being said here so we can have a bit of conversation. So, Debbie, you've said my immediate upline discouraged me from doing Diamond Club in the business, and it broke my heart because I have so much passion for doTERRA in our community. Yeah, and you did it, Debbie, right? You did it. You did grow and you grew and you found a new way, right? Lisa says, I say throw yourself at every opportunity. You will learn so much and you'll grow beyond what you can imagine. I did Diamond Club. I wasn't ready. I learned so much. It changed me for the better. And you know that statement of I wasn't ready, it's actually really powerful because it's like I wasn't ready and Lisa's in our team, so I know where she's coming from here. So we can say I wasn't ready in terms of what traditional mode would show as being ready. And I was so ready for me to go that next level. I was ready to just have that prompting. I needed that little, that push, that nudge to help me to awaken to how it is I choose to be and do and dance and weave in my business. You understand that? This is pivotal. Because if we keep listening to everyone else, we're not going to actually hear where our inner guidance and that divine voice is guiding us. Remember, it's always just between us and the divine. I'll say to people, it's just whatever anyone else says, put it aside. Even what I'm saying now, just take what resonates with you. Because always and ever, it's always going to be between you and God, right? That God force is pure unconditional love. The only thing that's always going to have your back. The only being. Don't care what you call that God force, whatever it is for you. But it's between you and God. So have a conversation with God. So the next invitation to you I'm going to give you on this Zoom together is write a letter to God. Dear God, it's super sweet. We used to do stuff like this when we were younger. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Pick up your pen and paper. Dear God, what would you say? You get to hang out with God anytime you choose, except you choose not to more often, right? Because there's so much to do in life. We wear busyness like a badge of honor, and we forget to actually focus on what is important and what's going to help grow us and what's going to help us to expand to be the best possible version of ourselves. So why not have a conversation with the divine light? How many times have you said, and I just want to see honest show of hands, how many times have you said, I've prayed, I've meditated, or I've put the intentions out and it's fallen on deaf ears, nothing's changed. Who's had that? Who's said that or felt that before? Right? And my question to you is have you honestly opened the ear of your heart? Have you quietened down all that noise, all that shake, rattle, and rolling around you that doesn't serve you, that isn't godly? Have you let that quieten down enough so that you can hear those whisperings? Don't wait till it's a roar and a big kick up the butt. Don't wait for that. Invite yourselves daily to connect with the divine. And for those of you that have been around me for a long time, it's the same thing. Remember when Paul and I used to tour around and do the business training with all the amazing leaders in doTERRA? We'd do things like One Tree and our business training and all of that. And do you remember what I said? When I wake up every morning, I start with gratitude, right? My heart open to gratitude. And I just say to this God force I'm talking about, let me be an instrument of your love, of your peace, of your service. How can I be an instrument of your love, of your peace, of your service, of your wisdom? How? Show me the way. Show me the way. My heart is yours. My heart is yours. And I'm human. So sometimes things do get to me, of course, just like you, my loves. And every time I come back to this, it just strengthens me. It strengthens me in my conviction of why I said yes to doTERRA in the first place. Yeah. Of why I said yes to this incredible community, this tree of love. That's what we call our doTERRA business, our tree of love. Phenomenal leaders that we get to weave with and dance with that are in our tree, and crossline brothers and sisters in other trees. So the next question is how can I open my heart to greater service? Show me the way. Because for some of you, that will be tapping into more cross-line collaborations. For others, it's going to be, I actually need to start my face-to-face stuff again. Now, that's a bit scary. It's been a while. Or, oh, wow, I really should be more present, whatever that is, online, in my emails, in my cafe catch-ups again like I used to, whatever it is. Because my loves, coming back to simplicity is at the core of what I want to bring you into right now. Keep everything simple. Keep it joyous. So that your heartbeats and the heartbeat of your business can come in sync again. That entrainment can happen again. It's so beautiful. You'll have joy following up. You'll have joy inviting. You'll have joy presenting. Pipes. Right? We're inviting, we're presenting, we're sharing, we're sampling, we're enrolling. We're doing the second enrollment for LRP. How can you do all that if you're not in your joy? So now the next prompting is, what brings me joy? What brings me joy in my doTERRA business? What brings me joy in my life? Let that joy be with you, within your business. Doesn't have to be all serious, my loves. It's got to be fun. You want to have fun. It'll keep you here. It'll keep you hanging out in the playground of life, of entrepreneurship. So if I just read these comments, it feels like I contract, shrink within, and then question what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, when your nervous system goes like that, Inga, yes. Genevieve, I put myself out of my comfort zone and did grow and have so much more confidence because of it. Yes, fantastic. Lisa says crossline collab is so good for us. I don't know a company who encourages this quite like doTERRA does. It's really special. I agree. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. We're a family. So I want to open up the floor to you. I want to open it up and let's chat about how you're feeling in your doTERRA business. Explore honestly, like, what is it that you feel if I could just tweak it? We've got a lot of wisdom on this call, on this Zoom. There's a lot of people who get things right. This is where cross collabs are so good because Lisa's got her strengths and I've got mine, and Tracy's got hers, and Debbie's got hers, and Anna's got hers, and Beck's got hers. When we come together, my goodness, that's like a powerhouse of fun and love and wisdom there. But one person doesn't have to know everything and get everything right, correct? We can all come in together and celebrate each other's strengths and bring them to the fore. Does anyone want to explore anything or have a chat about anything? I don't want to just be talking at you this whole Zoom.
Vanessa, can I share what happened to me today?
I would love that, Tracy.
Yeah, so we went to meet with our lawyer this morning, and we were going to meet in a coffee shop to sign some documents. And it came to 15 minutes and she hadn't arrived. So I tried to get hold of her, and she rang me back to say, oh, she didn't get the message, which she did, but it went into her junk mail. So she sent over, I think it might have been her legal secretary. So she said, I said, who will it be? She said, I don't know, I'll just find someone who can come. So she said, look for a woman holding documents. So we were having our coffee and this woman came in holding documents, and I gave her a wee smile and she came and sat down, and I had the new doTERRA catalogue for Rachel because she was a customer, and I've been doing calls to everyone in my business, slowly working through. And she hasn't ordered anything since I think it was about 2019 or something. But she said she would love to look at the new catalogue to see what there was there now, because I said, oh my gosh, it's grown so much. Anyway, I gave this woman the catalogue to take back to Rachel, and she said, can I ask, what is that? And I said, oh, it's doTERRA. She said, what is that? And I started explaining to her, and I saying, oh, the health and wellness. And Mark was with me, and Mark then took over saying, oh, they're the purest oils in the world. They're grown all around the world and they're tested, etc. So I just sat back, and he was saying, and it's on the bottom, on the bottle, it's got CPTG and things like that, and there's a batch number on the bottom. And she said that she had Crohn's. Is there anything for gut health? And I said, oh, yes, amazing. So then I started talking about the digestive range, Zengest and Digesten soft gels. And then I was going through the catalogue, and I said, oh, and this Metapar's new in our LLV. And she said, so she used the wee sign it things that we had to sign the documents, putting it in all the pages for the catalogue. And she said, I'm not actually going to give it to Rachel. I'm going to take it home, have a look, and I'm going to join to get the oils for myself, and then I'll give her the brochure. And I said, well, you'll get one in your pack when it comes. So that just, and what brings you joy, I wasn't even expecting it. So but the thing is, it's always on my radar because they've helped me so much. So then I just shared a little snippet of my own story, which she was so excited. And she said, oh, her husband has psoriasis, and she said, I know everything comes from the gut, and she's got Crohn's. So she said, I'm really into natural things. And then she was just started talking about the Eco Store brand, how people are so misled because of marketing, thinking that they've got something that's eco-friendly. So I said, do you know what? The universe was meant to send you and not send Rachel for a reason. Yeah. So
I love that so much.
it brings me joy every time, just when you find somebody who's just on the same page, and you never know when that's going to be.
Absolutely. Tracy. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Tracy is always like sample ready and story ready. She's ready to serve. She's definitely one who has such a big servant heart, and she has lots of miracle stories like this. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Genevieve, yes.
Thank you. I did a wellness, had my oils at a wellness expo that we have at work once a year, a couple of weeks ago. I gave out 10 samples, followed up with every single one of them, and no one really seemed that interested. And I was getting quite disheartened. So today I was downstairs taking my guide dog out for a toilet break, and I came back in, and one of the ladies is in our facilities management team, and she had emailed me that night and said, I love the peppermint and I love the ice blue samples. Can I order them? So I thought, okay, yes, I can just give you the prices for those, which I did, gave her wholesale and retail. But then I gave her some information about the Simple Solutions pack because it's got the ice blue in it. And I got this from Paul, I sent a behind the bottle video of the peppermint, didn't hear anything back, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll just pop in and see her. And she was so pleased. She said, oh, you're on my list to contact. She said, I want that pack, and can I add peppermint? That's really good value. When can I sign up? So I said, well, I'll have to do it from home because I don't have my personal laptop at work. Can I ring you tomorrow night? And she said, yes.
Love it. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Genevieve. And how do you feel?
Excited.
Yes.
And it just shows don't give up. If someone, because it's been several weeks and I've reached out and I haven't heard. And yeah, it's just don't give up. Just keep reaching out.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Genevieve. So remember how I said I want to really bring simplicity and keep it simple into the core of this call. And that's really what sits at the centrifugal point of the heartbeat of our business, that song line that keeps coming through of keep it simple, don't stress yourselves. Simple brings joy, joy brings abundance, joy brings open-heartedness and contacts and people walking towards you, right? So there's a reason we have pipes. Have you all heard of pipes? Prepare, invite, present, enroll, support, right? And I'll always remember Laura Jacobs, one of our friends in America. She's Presidential Diamond, or I think she's double blue now or something. And she's a founder there and she's extraordinary. She's such a wisdom, so wise on all the oils and the products. One day she said, so many people are so busy hanging out over here on the P and the S, right? So prepare and support, which becomes like a managerial role. But all the action happens here. This is where we need to be. Invite, presenting, and enrolling. And enrolling has two parts, doesn't it? It's the first enrollment, where they say yes and become customers, wholesale customers, sharers, active sharers, maybe step into kind of co-creating and building a team with you and leadership, right? That's what can come from an invitation to, presenting to an enrollment. We know that. But the second part of the enrollment, the second enrollment is the invitation to LRP, right? So I want you to explore your belief system around your relationship with inviting people to and enrolling them in the second enrollment, the loyalty rewards program. What's the first thing that comes out of you as you think about that? What are the words? So Genevieve said, so honestly, thank you for sharing. She said, that's what I struggle with. Okay. So I want you to just kind of explore, why is it that I struggle with that? What is it that holds me back? How do I hold myself back from engaging in this? Lisa, yes, take the mic.
I had a really, I used to get stuck on this too, Genevieve, and I had a really interesting moment with PJ, who was my mentor during Grow. And she said that what she says to her people when she signs them up on the same night, the night she enrolls them, look, I don't know when I'll be back here, and I don't want you to wait for me to instigate your next order. Why don't we establish your next order now, so that you're not waiting for me in case that may or may not happen, or something like that, she said. And I was like, wow, why do I wait? Why do I wait for that next moment? Why don't I? And I think in Grow, my conversion to LRP was above 70% in the end. I've never had that. And it was just changing the way I thought about it, because I used to feel it was quite salesy and it was a push for sales. And you actually need to encourage them to invest in their wellness. This is what they're doing. They're investing in their wellness. So if they sign up with MetaPower or LLV, it's even easier because it's a month's supply pretty much. So let me help you get your next order set up. We'll do that now together. And you can establish that for them while you've got them, and they can do it on their phone. It's actually really simple. I did most of mine across Zoom. I did manage to get them into Zoom and have conversations with them because I wanted them to explore their back office and do it themselves and feel confident in doing that. But yeah, I was surprised when I changed the way I thought about it and I felt about it, and I changed the wording that I used, thanks to PJ. It worked beautifully. So if it's wording or language, speak to a crossline or your upline or someone else who's doing really well with it, because it was really powerful for me.
I love that, Lisa. Yes. Do you want to repeat it again? You know what PJ said that you now say, just to
Yeah.
let it land for everyone? Let's do a bit of repetition.
Oh, so I don't want you to be waiting for me to get back in touch with you, or for you to be waiting for your next order to come from me. Let's establish this for you right now. Let me show you how. Get your phone out. You've got especially if they've got a wish list, that makes it super easy. While they're talking about products, let them write them down. I think that's really powerful because they already know what they want and why they want them. So let's add some of those items in your wish list into your next order that'll arrive at your door next month. Super simple.
Love it.
There was a
Simple.
few.
It's direct. She's directing them. People need to be directed. They need to be told what to do for this next step, because they don't know what they don't know. They don't know LRP exists.
Yeah.
They don't know they can order more. Like Lisa said, if they've started with the Meta Power pack, LLV Meta Power, that's a no-brainer. So that's on the order. And then maybe you can help them break down the wish list. An oil here or there. If they can't afford everything on the wish list there and then, great. You make out a plan for the coming months.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah. Were you going to say something else, Lisa? Were you going to add anything else to that?
No, there was a few different phrases that I just sort of, when I felt more comfortable, I said things in a way that felt more comfortable for me. So I started with what PJ said, and then it kind of morphed into whatever suited the moment for the person, or, yeah.
I love that. And that's honoring you. That's also honoring where the person is in that moment, right? Just like how our classes aren't exactly, well, mine never are, verbatim the same. Right? There are certain things which say the same thing, like we might always refer to frankincense as the king of oils, and we might always talk about pursuing what's pure and how they do that, and you've got a certain way of saying that, and so on and so forth. But really, when you're really present with people, what do you find happens? Questions arise, and you're meeting those questions, and whether it's a one-on-one or a class, you're listening. So that brings us back to simplicity and listening with the ear of our heart. How can I show up to serve you in this moment? Right? So what's everyone else feeling with LRP? Let's explore that. So you've enrolled someone, they're so happy, they've enrolled in the top 10 oils or simple solutions or the LLV Meta Power Kit, whatever it may be. What next? What are some of the things that you all do? Do you have any simple systems for following them up? Yes, Tracy, take the mic, go for it.
I sat down one day and I actually wrote down the most simple, compelling reasons that I'm a Doterra Loyalty Rewards fan, and I put that in the middle, and then I did a wee brainstorm myself, and I come up with these 10 sort of bullet points, like save money on my weekly shop. Just like write your shopping list, what you need, etc. I put it in my cart. Switch and ditch to a low toxic lifestyle. Easy online shopping, so I can browse at my own time and things like that in the comfort of my home. Earn amazing rewards, so I just compare it to like Countdown or Woolworths now. We've got to spend $2,000 to get a $15 voucher. And then I just worked out that even if you spent $160 a month, which is 125 PV, that's approximately 600 in free product a year. And if you even went even half of that, so that you would actually be getting more back, so like even $150 back in free product. So that's spending $800. So that's so much more than shopping at Countdown or Woolworths. Then supporting myself, not someone I don't know. Safer products, tested and trusted. Buy as little as one product a month. Those months that you don't, it's like going into the supermarket. Sometimes you go in and think you need one item, and you always come out with your arms full because you have more. DIY or pre-made, because not everybody's into DIY. Edit my cart, ship date, earn money. And because of the variety of products, it's growing all the time. So I told my account manager this. So she's given me a challenge to put that message into a snippet, into the entire message, into a hit 'em up, into a presentation, into an email. So I've been today sitting after while I was at Mark's work, doing a wee brainstorm of just different ways that I could do that. To get the message perhaps, like drips and drabs out to people. but I sent it as an email to those in my team, and I've had probably about 10 people come back to say, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. So I thought I'd test it in an email. It is lengthy, but there's 10 people I know. Well, everybody's read it. So, because my street tells me how many have read it. Yeah. So
I love that,
Mm.
Tracy. Thank you. You've already got some people asking if you can share that in the chat. So if you want to, you can, if you're open to sharing it, we can send it out to the people in becoming.
Yeah.
If you want to copy and paste it to me, I can get Sam to send it out to everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, beautiful.
Sure.
Yeah, Lisa, if you want to write yours out as well, we can send that out in a follow-up email with the recording, maybe, just because it's hard for people sometimes to remember. So I don't know who this is. It just says Samsung SM. Sorry, I have someone recently who said that they don't have time to adjust their order every month, so therefore they declined LRP. I feel disappointed that I wasn't quick enough to offer help with that. I was caught off guard. Does anyone have any words of wisdom for that? How do you deal with that? How do you work through that? We can always go back to them. We can always go back to them, right? We can always have a conversation. Diane, no problem. Lisa, please share.
We did some objection handling in Grow, and what they encouraged us to use was their words back to the people. So you could say, what is it about not having time in regards to your LRP? So, you know, it takes literally a couple of minutes to pop a few things in your cart and save them, and just see what they say, because you've asked them an open-ended question. So they'll be compelled to answer, and just see how they are, and then just keep that. They'll probably just, it's probably just laziness, to be honest. Yeah, but I would just, you know, use those words that they said. Oh, what is it about? How much time do you think it takes to process your LRP? You could even say that, and just see how they go, getting, you know, see what the response is with that. You know, are you really invested in your health and wellness? That's actually what your LRP is. It's your commitment to your wellness and your new lifestyle. How can I help you with that? Yeah, can I show you how quick it is to process your LRP? It takes minutes.
Yeah, I love it, Lisa. And Inga's also written similar vein to you. She's done the, you know, phone reminder. That's what a lot of us used to do as well. Pop a reminder in your phone. Like we literally would say that at the time of the wellness consultant setting up their LRP. So have a look at that in the chat too. Something, you know, we're coming into simplicity. How do I keep this simple? How you keep it simple is with things that are easy for you to repeat. We want to create a business that is duplicable for us and for those that are working with us. So basically, you know, when Paul and I first, you know, began this and we're doing the trainings and, you know, going around with, you know, all of you that were there and amazing leaders co-presenting as well, we really were able to nut it down to 2 by 2 by 2 plus 1. Who remembers that? Who remembers that formula? Yes. Who still does it? Right, no one's hands are up. Okay, Tracy, yeah, yours is. Yeah, so mostly, right? You're saying, yeah. So let me break this down for you, because this is life-changing. I can see you're putting your email addresses in the chat. You're better off sending them to me on however you can communicate with me, on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Send it to me, because I'll lose it in the chat now. I won't go back to this chat and I'll lose these emails. So I've just got to focus on doing this Zoom. So it is 2 new contacts a day. So the formula is 2 times 2 times 2 plus 1. The first 2 is you want to focus on 2 new contacts daily, reaching out to 2 new contacts a day. Now, if you only work your business 3 days a week or 1 day a week, then you just mold it into that, right? But let's say you're open to doing this full, you know, more at a fuller level, like where maybe you're willing to put in 2 hours a day to this business to really grow your business. So 2 new contacts a day, reach out to 2 new people. Follow up 2 people a day. So you're reaching out to people all of the time. They don't necessarily respond there and then, right? Like Tracy, she was meant to be meeting with a lawyer, and then the assistant came. So now she's got an assistant to follow up, but she's still got the lawyer to follow up. That's 2 people to follow up tomorrow. That's 2 people to follow up, or in a couple of days' time, whenever she's doing her follow up, right? Then the other thing you want to do is 2 classes a week. So that can be classes or one-on-ones. If that's only your capacity, that's fine. And back in the day, they were pretty much all face-to-face, and some people were doing online. And now it's a mix. So 2 classes, 2 gatherings, 2 workshops, 2 masterclasses, whatever you call them, 2 a week. So 2 new contacts every day, 2 follow-ups every day, but then 2 gatherings per week. And like I said, if those gatherings for you are more like one-on-one or one-on-two, that's okay. Do it the way that brings you joy and the way that you have capacity right now in your life. Some of you are working full-time. Now, the +1 is the monthly event. That's 1 monthly event. Every month, 1 monthly event. Now, this event could be across collaboration with your crossline brothers and sisters, like Anna Foley does this with PJ, with some others in Queensland. They get together and they all present, and people get to hear from different voices. It's like hearing from the cool aunt and the cool uncles, you know, not just your upline, your parents, right? That you can kind of rebel against sometimes. Yeah. So this monthly event is super important because it can do a couple of things. One is it will educate people so that they choose to say yes and want to enroll and engage and say yes to becoming a wholesale customer, and maybe even yes to the business with you. And then it will also, this monthly event, help educate people on other products, not just essential oils, but products and wellness systems that they can incorporate into their daily life, which leads to what? LRP, right? And those people that enroll there and then are also just feeling the natural progression to LRP. So it's 2 by 2 by 2 plus 1, 2 new contacts, 2 new follow-ups, 2 gatherings, so that the first 2 are daily, the last one is weekly, and then the last one is monthly, 1 monthly event. And if you want to do more, do more. When I first started my business, it was way more than that, right, that I was doing, but I had capacity to, you guys, right? Paul and I worked it out. He'd stay home with the kids in the evening when I had to slip out. I'd do as much as I could while they were at work. While they were at school, right? I did lots in the daytime. It became my joy, and I just wanted to be exposing people to essential oils and classes all the time. And I was doing a big mix of things, just like you all have your own big mix of things that you do. Someone might be doing meditation and sister circles. Someone else might be doing fitness. Someone else is just doing straight top 10 oils 101. Like, you've all got your big mix that you do, and nothing's right or wrong. It's all just whatever brings you joy and whatever lights you up. So I feel like I just want to remind you, keep it simple. 2 by 2 by 2 plus 1 worked then, and it will work now. And if you want to change it to 5 by 5 by 5 plus 1, do that, or plus 2, do that. Whatever it is, whatever it takes, you do it. And you will find your heartbeat and the heartbeat of your business coming back into alignment again. Because guess what? It's not a passive thing. I despise it when people say about network marketing that it's passive income. You'll create passive income. There's nothing passive about it, y'all. There's nothing passive about it. You'll see Adam Barrelay on this call, who's a Blue Diamond and a founder in Australia, newest founder for Australia. Whoop, whoop. Kim Perot, who's the newest founder for New Zealand, right? Also a Blue Diamond leader. So both of them are in our team. I know how much they work. I know what they do. I know how consistent they are. Tracy Coulthard, who's been speaking lots on this call, is actually one of Kim's main leaders, right? They collaborate together. They're doing things. What is my point of this? they're still working. They still get their feet on the earth and their hands in the soil. They're still sharing, they're still sampling, they're showing up for classes. They're blue diamond leaders that have become founders, and they are enrolling every month. And they are LRPing every month, getting people onto LRP and helping people to receive their power of 3 and to make the most of the compensation plan. The compensation plan is broad. It is one of the most comprehensive, generous comp plans you will ever come across. And you want to make the most of it. So this simple system of 2 by 2 by 2 plus 1 is going to help you fulfill that. There is nothing passive about this. You're not creating passive income. You are creating residual income. And the more joy you can have ignited while you do this, the better. The more aligned your heartbeat and the heartbeat of your business is, the better. Like that pulse. You want that beautiful pulse to be there. You know, yes, it's beautiful to hear that these people are inspiring you. They're an inspiration to you all. And you are an inspiration to others, remember? People are looking to each of you and being inspired by you. So lead from the front and lead with heart. Lead with conviction. Lead with your why as the major notes coming through this heart song. Come on, you guys. Why doTERRA? If I asked you right now to come off mute, could you say it? Could you say why doTERRA? Come on, if you volunteer and tell me why doTERRA. I want to hear it.
Can I answer?
Yes, Anna, do it. Anna Fox, go for it.
I have a good answer, Adam.
Pardon?
That's why we joined doTERRA, because we like Adam so much.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so you joined doTERRA for Adam. Now, what's your why?
I have no idea. Like I just watching him, just everything he does is really inspiring, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not really clear on how that's a why, but that's why we joined doTERRA, and that's why we're just interested in doing everything that we do.
Beautiful. I love it, Anna. Thank you, honey. Thank you for sharing. So your why, my loves, there was nothing wrong with what Anna said. It's beautiful. It's what's inspired her. It's what's inspiring her to keep going. And when you can personalize your why, something begins to shift. So Adam, I'd really love you to share your why. I'll give you a second to bring it. Yeah, you ready now? Great. Can you share your why with us all?
There's a couple of different reasons. At the end of the day, I was just speaking to a couple of my team members and a new person who's going to be joining, and we all have to make money. We might as well do it in doing something we love. And this is a job where, you know, I love working with things of nature. So I get to work with natural things that I'm passionate about. I get to make a difference to people's lives. And, you know, like any job, we have good days and bad days. But on the good days, you get messages where you've changed people's lives. And I've had someone who said that they wouldn't be on this earth any longer if it wasn't for me. And that's kind of worth friggin' doing. So that's why I do it. And the more I can help people fall in love with nature, the more they'll protect nature.
I love it. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, babe. And, you know, for me, I feel like when you hear something like that and it gives you full body shivers, you know, you hear yourself, you hear each other, get deep with your why. Adam's passionate about nature and connecting others with nature. That's the core of his why. The money is a bonus. The connections, it's changing people's lives. That's why he shows up every day. Genevieve.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this as Adam was speaking. The person that inspires me and helps me a lot is Debbie Lake. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't still be doing this. But I started because I was looking for natural solutions to help manage my health and well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot of success, and I want to share that with others.
I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, share the success with others. It's beautiful, very worthy. So for me, at the heartbeat of everything I do is I want every child in the world to have their own box of essential oils that they can go to with confidence, that they can open up and use. And I know that for me to even just be able to begin to just touch the edges of that, I need to reach the adults because they are the ones that are guiding their little ones. So I keep getting out there. I keep touching and blessing as many lives as I can. Right? So, and that has been with me from the beginning. Feel when you have a why that touches you deeply, it gives you a reason to wake up every day. Every single day. You need something that's going to drive you forward. It's going to be your inner compass pointing toward the lighthouse. Your why is like that dream being realized, yeah? Inga's sharing a beautiful story in the chat. You can all have a look at it. It's gorgeous. An empowered child, right? Choosing her own essential oils to inhale and put eucalyptus, couple of drops of eucalyptus in the shower. I mean, how beautiful is that? And easy air on the chest. Gorgeous. So simple. And you know, the passion we have for nature and wanting people to feel her in everything, to live a natural lifestyle, to respect nature and love nature. We're doing all of this with doTERRA. Co-impact sourcing, healing hands, the way we can serve. Who would love to be on a sourcing trip? Who would love to? Who has been on a sourcing trip? Right? They're amazing. Who's been on a co-impact sourcing trip to Nepal or Africa or New Zealand or one of these beautiful trips where you get to serve and create and maybe visit a distillery? And who's done this? Who's dreaming of this? Let that be part of the dream work for you. Simplifying the way you do your business also means simplifying the way you share with others what you do and how you do it and why you do it. So get really clear on all of that. Be able to share it easily. Let it just roll from your heart, off your tongue. And always be honest. Always be honest as you're sharing these oils with people, how they've changed your life. They want to connect with you, with the stories you have. They don't need all the chemistry and all of the hoo-ha, blah, blah. They need the real down-to-earth stuff. That's the stuff that will change their lives and bless their lives. That's the stuff they'll remember. So do that often and much. And the last thing, we'll finish with what Lisa said, a little tip from Lisa Costa. If the partner is ever the excuse that someone is not enrolling, that's what they offer up, that they're not enrolling because my partner, then sample the partner. I usually give the partner a massage in ice blue rub, actually. I'm there. Yeah. Yep. Changes things. Okay. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, I mean, when you have dreams like this, please read the chat. But when you have dreams like this to go on these co-impact sourcing trips and you work towards it, it's phenomenal when those dreams come true. So we come back to where we started. Is your heart and the heart of your business aligned? And if not, what's it going to take to bring them back into alignment? Simplicity and focus. Focus on pipes. Come back to pipes. prepare, invite, present, enroll, 2 enrollments, the enrollment to the wholesale customer, right? Starting using the products, and then the second enrollment, LRP. And Lisa gave you a great little script for that. That's very organic, very natural from PJ. And then the last one is support. And remember not to get caught up on prepare and support. You're not managers. You want to be here in the middle, the most important part of pipes. Inviting, presenting, enrolling, and LRPing, right? With that E. The support needs to be part of support for product education, ongoing education. Don't become a little manager, right? May your hearts sing again. May they soar. May the wings of your heart wrap around those you meet. May these beautiful essential oils bless the multitudes, because you have the courage to open the lids and get them under someone's nose. Have courage. Dream big, and then dream bigger. And remember always that you are here to serve. And that means serving the earth, your customers, the heartbeat of your business, each other, and of course yourself, by using the essential oils and products every day, by looking after yourself every day. Look after your nervous system so you don't stay stuck in reactivity. You can flow again in responsiveness. The money is a bonus. It's a byproduct of you showing up every day with your 2 by 2 by 2 plus 1. Simple daily activities that are going to change your world and ripple out to transform the lives of those that you meet. I love you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me in this informal Becoming Influential session. I've loved hanging out with you all. We'll get the email with the recording out with Tracy's beautiful idea she shared with you, and with Lisa's script that she received from PJ, plus her own little ideas and adaptations of that. Thank you to everyone who got off the mic and shared today. It was invaluable. Thanks for being here. I'll see you same time next month, same bat channel. I love you all very much. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah.